Hi, my name is Martin and welcome to my channel. If you are not yet subscribed, consider it so you won't miss next video. And now, let's go. I'm not an artist. An artist makes an object. Me is not an object. I work in history. I'm a storyteller. Sebastião Salgado. Sebastião Ribeiro Salgado Júnior was born in a small town in Brazilia in 1944. He has traveled in over 120 countries for his photographic projects. Most of these have appeared in numerous press publications and books. Touring exhibitions of his work have been presented throughout the world. In his life he has been awarded many awards and grants for his remarkable work. Sebastião was as well magnum photographer for 15 years, until he and his wife has formed their own agency, Amazonas Images, in 1994. Salgado is a UNICEF Goodwill ambassador and he has been a member of Académie de Beaux-Arts at the Institut de France since April 2016. There is also a movie about him called The Salt of the Earth from 2014, which is must watch and can be found on Netflix. And now, 3 lessons by Sebastião Salgado. Do simple pictures. When we talk about simple images, we didn't mean easy. Quite the opposite. Simple, almost minimalist photographs, if you will, are trademark of maturity of Sebastião and the power of his images. Salgado is well known by his stunning black and white sceneries with deep message. His eye for great moment and the contrast in which he puts the subject is breathtaking. Even though black and white has its timeless quality we all rely on from time to time, Sebastião gave a whole different meaning behind the fact how much subject you got in your images and how powerful it feels to the viewer. Simple lines, dominant light, interesting subject and a breathtaking scenery. So many things need to be looked at and aligned in order to have clean and strong picture. Yet Salgado has been proving his mastery for 5 decades. Just notice how in his photographs you won't find anything disturbing, anything that should not be there. This kind of photography takes time, because it's not there just to be snapped. You need to feel, to understand it. Put a meaning behind your photographs. I can be an artist a posteriori, not a priori. If my pictures tell the story, our story, a human story, then in 100 years, then they can be considered an art reference. But now they are not made as art. I'm a journalist. My life's on the road, my studio is the planet. Sebastião Salgado. As we mentioned earlier, this kind of powerful photography needs time. Sebastião is considered a so-called long-term project photojournalist. His projects such as the Other Americas, Sahel, Workers, Migrations or Genesis, they all took years to be finished. Of course, we can say it's his work to make those photographs and projects, but Salgado is putting a lot of time in his work. Planning, travels, funding, creation, all of this to almost unhealthy extent. All this precision, perfection and suffering on his part is there because it's worth in the end. His work is important. It talks about manners, situation and creatures, human included. His work shows what's important. Worth saving, worth our attention, and as well in a great and respectful way full of dignity and hope. It's very obvious that Sebastião is tired of the way the world is right now, and he does his best in order to change it for the better. I try with my pictures to raise a question, to provoke a debate, so that we can discuss problems together and come up with solutions. Sebastião Salgado. Listen to your heart. I discovered photography completely by chance. My wife is an architect. When we were young and living in Paris, she bought a camera to take pictures of buildings. For the first time, I looked through a lens, and photography immediately started to invade my life. I looked through a lens and ended up abandoning everything else. Sebastião Salgado. Salgado was set up to be an economist. Another great cog in capitalist machine. He got his degree in Brazil, then masters in Sao Paulo and PhD in Paris. It was at that time photography found a way to his life. Once he was on a work trip in Africa, he got caught up in thinking about photography as a serious profession. It was in 1973 when he abandoned economy completely and threw himself on photography. Initially, he worked for small agencies until he built it up towards serious documentary type work. All his documentary work was getting huge attention for a reason, but it was at the cost of his health. He himself finds that he is a very sensitive person, and all those projects and work he has done was about underprivileged, sick, poor. He witnessed what people are doing to each other firsthand. It made him angry and after some time physically sick too. It was that moment, that turn in his life when he listened to his heart again. In light of human treatment of each other and our behavior to the nature, he wanted to work on different kind of project. All his life he had been photographing bad behavior of one animal, human. So he decided to photograph pure beauty of the world which is slowly disappearing by our hand. Thanks to him listening to his heart, we got absolutely stunning project called Genesis. Project which is like no other, praising our earth like no song or movie ever before. That was free lesson by Master Sebastião Salgado. In the description down below you can find all useful links for Sebastião's work, even TED Talk he has made, so enjoy. Thank you very much and see you soon. Have a nice day.